Hello everyone, welcome to my stop on today's A Cherry on Top YouTube hop. We are playing with mixed media today, and I'm going to be using some Nouveau embellishment mousse. So my plan was to create an area in the middle of my page that would act as a home for my photo. I had no clue what photo I was using yet, but I'm going to start by kind of masking off an area with some washi tape. And I'm using my T-square roller so I can get these lines pretty straight. Now, this is because I have, I like straight. It's my OCD. I need to have a masked area. I can't just go in and go crazy with it. So I am going to be using two colors of Nouveau embellishment mousse, and the trick with embellishment mousse is you got to work it. So you got to get in there with your palette knife and you got to mush that stuff around because it's weird. I am using a Nouveau blending sponge here, and this is Mother of Pearl, the first color I'm laying down. Now, because at this point I had no clue what photo I was using, at the end of the day I use quite a large photo, and so all of the Mother of Pearl gets covered up, but that's okay. This one is a bronze color, and I am going ahead and using all of my leftovers and placing them onto this sheet of cardstock. I do not waste mixed media at all. So initially I had thought maybe I would die cut my title using that leftover mixed media, but it didn't quite work, and you'll see why as I put the title together as we go on here. So I'm just cleaning everything up, clean as you go with Nouveau embellishment mousse, no matter what, because it dries super quickly and it will stain. In fact, for all of you that commented on how lovely my nails looked in my last couple of videos, yeah, they're kind of ruined now because I got this Nouveau embellishment mousse on them and they don't clean up. It doesn't come off. So I am just taking this Nouveau blending sponge and I am adding the bronze around the edge of my page, just around the edge, just kind of blending them together a bit. If I had used a smaller photo in the end, you would have been able to see all the colors, but I didn't. Now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pull off the masking tape, and I'm smooshing the edges. So I'm just smooshing them. I decided that I didn't really like the straight edges, which you totally could have used. That would have been fine. I decided I wanted it smoochied. Now here's my photo. See, we're going to fill up all of that Mother of Pearl color. And I'm going to go through my Cottage Fields collection and find a mat for my photo. We're going to do a heritage layout today and heritage picture. Just as an aside, when I put the Nouveau mousse onto my paper, it did kind of warp a little bit, but I just let it sit out, let it dry. It takes a little bit to dry, and you can see that there's no warping. The warping comes out of Nouveau embellishment mousse. I don't understand it, but by the time it dries, the paper's totally flat. There's no warping at all, which is kind of a very, very cool thing if you are someone who is a scrapbooker and liked your mixed media, but really don't want warpage. That's a really good tip too. Nouveau embellishment mousse is fabulous. Just remember that, number one, you got to work it. When it comes out of the jar, you got to give it a good stir on your little palette knifey thing. You have to let it dry thoroughly, and it will stain, so be careful. It stained my nails. It stained my the little mat I was using. Yeah, it stains. So I matted my photo, and then I'm going to place this little bit of text print off to the side. I thought about including this little bee, but then decided not to. I am roughing up the edges, distressing the edges of my photo, and also distressing the edge of that text print that I cut off as well. Regular tape runner adhesive will not stick to this medium. You have to use a wet glue. I like Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. That's my go-to wet glue for all the things. So that would be the one I would recommend. Just roughing up that text paper, and I'm kind of just sliding it in beside my photo because I figured if I was going to cover up like 90% of that mother of pearl mousse that I had done, I better just cover it all up and just start over with a new game plan. Okay, so now I'm going to do my title. Again, initially I had thought I would die cut that extra mixed media into my title, which would have been really, really awesome. It would have worked. It would have been fabulous. But I wanted to place my title around my photo. So this is a picture of my great-grandmother, my great-great-aunt, my great-great-grandmother, and my great-great-grandfather. And I don't know the year this picture was taken. I know who's in the picture, and I know that they are the Steigerwalt family, which is the longest name ever. So I had a really long name. I decided to kind of go ahead and grab some of my most favorite Grove Thickers that I literally have 6 packs of and use it because they were just the right size to kind of nestle in the Steigerwalt family. So I don't know what year this photo was taken, but I do have some journaling. Well, not so much journaling as an annotation of who the people in the photo are and how they are related to me. So I opened up my sticker book and used 3 of those label stickers to go ahead and add my journaling. And these label stickers are not clear or slippery. They are nice and matte, and you can write perfectly on them. Now I'm just going to go through my die cuts. The foam thickers weren't going to work. I knew kind of going in, I needed the more vintagey elements in this Cottage Fields collection. There are elements that are very vintagey. There are elements that are a little more modern. And so I knew that since I was doing this vintage photo, let's get some of these really nice vintage florals and place them around my layout. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going through, this is the Bits and Pieces ephemera pack. There are 2 ephemera packs in this collection. The second ephemera pack, which you'll see me go through too a little bit, is like all flowers. And the floral ephemera pack is much more vintage than just the Bits and Pieces pack. If you're looking to shop or just buy a little bit, that might be helpful to you to know. And I'm just going to go ahead here and start adding all these leaves. So I wanted to use one of my go-to designs that I haven't used in a while, and that is just to keep everything in a column down the center of my page. It's one of my very favorite go-to designs, and I haven't created a layout with that design in a while, so that's what I decided to go with here. I'm going to let these flowers kind of go off the top and off the bottom of the page. This is the floral ephemera piece, and I'm just looking for some pieces that will kind of fit in and enhance my photo. Another thing that just was kind of a happy accident was because this photo is, again, very old. It has to be from the early 1920s. My great-grandmother that's in the photo was born in 1910, and she can't be more than maybe 13 in the photo, so we're talking like 1922, 1923, somewhere in there. And this photo is so yellow, like it's so yellow. And I tried to kind of lighten it up a bit, again, because I'm digitizing all these photos and then reprinting them. But it still looked quite yellow. And by covering up all that mother of pearl, it kind of kept it from looking really, really yellow. And I left the whole photo in here because I just love the background. So the family is there, but then behind them you can see like their really old farm, and there's a really old tractor and a really old car behind them, and just really interesting. It's kind of a nice, not just a photo of them, but because of all the surrounding area, you also get a feel for where they lived, what their house was like, those kinds of things. So I'm just attaching all of this florals. And then once I had that done, I grabbed the layered stickers. Some of the embellishment pieces I popped up on foam squares just to add a little bit more dimension. And then these layered stickers are going to add a little bit more dimension. I'm going to find 3 that I really, really like. That butterfly one that I put beside the photo might have been my favorite on the entire sticker pack. So now I'm just going to flip everything over, trim off the edges, or trim off the flowers that are kind of over the edges. And that's where we are going to call this layout done. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to head down to the description box and hop along with us. One person who comments on all the videos will be given a $10 gift certificate to a Cherry on Top's shop. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.